Horny idiots. Donald Trump. Like that
Grab them
segue.
by the parts. Grab them by the parts that we're trying to completely regulate and not talk about.
Yep, he did his first big sort of rally for his presidential run. It was in Waco, Texas, and he did it on the anniversary of the Chapel Hill Waco thing, where the feds were there for 2 months and like 80-something people died, and that's become a big like right wing anti law enforcement kind of holiday. So it's like, yep. So he's placating to the right wing, especially like the neo Nazi kind of groups. But let's watch a little bit of Donald Trump in Waco. Let's see what the news says. Tell me, Steve Pickett from CBS News Texas.
President Donald Trump, as you know, wrapping up that massive rally in the city of Waco this evening. It's being called his first presidential rally ahead of next year's election. Tens of thousands of people from around the country and right here in Texas as well coming out to support the former president. A big question a lot of folks were wondering today was whether those large crowds that usually accompany Mr. Trump would show up considering all of his current legal troubles. CBS News Texas's J.D. Miles has been inside that rally and has an answer to that question.
The city of Waco was expecting 15,000 people at the airport today. It seemed like a lot more than that. And those we spoke with say they aren't bothered at all by the multiple criminal investigations looming over Trump's president.
All right, so here we go. Man on the street stuff. Are you ready, Lacey? He's going to interview the people. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
You afraid?
I was there. Where were you? 2023, Waco, Texas, baby.
The 2024 presidential campaign for Donald Trump began today in Waco,
Making America great again,
where his supporters reveled in an energized festival atmosphere.
Like helps us remember what he did for us.
Despite the lingering threat that Trump could soon face possible indictments in several states that are currently investigating the 45th president.
I intend on Donald Trump being the 47th president.
These supporters believe all of the investigations are political witch hunts designed to stop him from another term in the White House.
We're not going to get a preacher in chief. I mean, when one of my coworkers said today, she said, they're all crooked.
It doesn't really seem to be affecting this crowd. I mean, everybody can look past that.
I don't believe that anything bad will happen.
Thomas Isbell says he's been to more than 100 Trump rallies as a supporter and a vendor. It was Michelle Burke's first.
We just so happened to be in Waco for a girls' weekend and wound up here.
I asked some of the supporters.
You're going to a Trump rally for girls' weekend? I think they're doing it wrong.
How did you end up in Waco, Texas for a girls' weekend anyway? Shouldn't you be in Cabo at Senior Frogs?
Right? Okay, let's start there. But then let's say, okay, so you randomly end up at Waco for a girls' weekend, and you're going to be like, instead of, going and finding, a place that serves great margaritas or daiquiris or a wine bar or something, you're going to a Trump rally? Oh, jeez.
So many mistakes were made by those women. Where do you want to go for girls' weekend? How about Waco, Texas? Woo! Okay.
Let's go to the Trump rally where we can support the guy that wants to regulate our business.
All right. So we can sit there and listen to him talk about nothing for 3 hours. Let's see if he talks to some more people. This has gotten ridiculous with these guys.
If there's any way they could vote for another Republican presidential candidate, they all told me no and are steadfast in their loyalty to Trump.
He seems to care about us and
our military.
He cares about, he gives a shit about you, I'm sure.
Military, our border, the drugs that are coming across our border.
We found one protester among the crowd who accused Trump of using his Waco visit to compare his own legal troubles with the government to the Branch Davidian standoff that ended 30 years ago next month.
I feel like that's what he's doing by using Waco and the unfortunate history of Waco and the anniversary of the Waco siege to try to have an undermining thing with saying that there's too much government, or it's a government overreach, basically, for what's going on in his personal life.
Well, I think Julie there nailed it. That's exactly the message. He's trying to compare what happened in Waco to him. That's the whole point. That's the whole we need to revolt against the government shit. Love the smartest person there looks like she's 17. Give her balls standing out there by herself.
Maybe her parents are the lone little blueberries in the sea of gazpacho, though, over there. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I like her, though.
I like her, too.
She's got balls. I like that. I like that in my women. I like it when they got balls. So anyway, the Waco thing was all stupid. Ted Nugent played there. Speaking of alleged pedophiles. That's really depressing. If Ted Nugent's playing your concert, that's really depressing. My other favorite Ted Nugent story, you might like this one. So, it's a couple of years, it was last year or a year or two ago. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame did their list of the 100 greatest guitarists of the 20th century, right? Mm-hmm. And Ted Nugent was not on it. And he was very upset. He was very upset. But, you know who was on it? I think she was in like 85 or 6, something like that. She was somewhere in the 80s. Was Joan Jett.
Hey!
And
love that.
Ted Nugent.
Love me some Joan Jett.
And Ted Nugent started talking shit about Joan Jett. And they only put her on there because she's a woman. And he was talking all this shit. And they finally got it. You know, they talked to Joan Jett, who was doing some tour. And they were like, well, Ted Nugent said this. Do you have any comment? She's like, no, I think if you get up in the morning and you're Ted Nugent, you have enough problems.
That feels pretty legit, yeah.
And then he tried to clap back, and she just ignored him. And it's like, dude, did you really think you were going to get in a bitch fight with Joan Jett and win? I mean, were you alive? You were alive in the 80s, Ted. You saw Joan Jett. That woman didn't take shit from anybody. Well, we got one more story out of Florida. You and I. We'll do that, and then we'll jump into.